July 16, 2019 meeting, Middletown City Council to order. Please stand and join me in a moment of meditation and pledge allegiance to the flag. Come on. I pledge allegiance
to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, Ms. Skank, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Bohannon.
Here.
Mr. Moon.
Here.
Mr. Mulligan.
Here.
Mayor Mulligan.
Here.
Ms. Vettori.
Here.
All right, first agenda item this evening is the city manager reports. Mr. Atkins?
Your Honor, I have nothing to report this evening. We went through everything we went on the budget from 5 to 5:30, so move on.
Very good. All right, well, I've received one comment card this evening. I'd like to invite Mr. Burns, is it? Up to the podium, please. Good evening. If we get your name and address for the record, please.
Good evening. I'm William R. Burns, 1560, 4501 Rosedale Road,
Good evening. Thanks for coming tonight.
Middletown, Ohio. I have two different places and they're messed up. Anyhow, it's good to be with you tonight. Sorry to bother you, but I have an issue with a problem with a flag. I was little over a second time somebody has destroyed my American flag by cutting a rope. And I now put up a security camera, but I've run into a problem that's 30 foot tall. And I asked the chief of the fire department if they would put up a rope for me. I've got the rope and everything. All I got to do is thread it through. It wouldn't take 10 minutes to do so. He said, no, absolutely not. I had one of the people that lived in our area, I don't know him personally, never met him before, pulled up my driveway and asked me if he could buy me an American flag. And I described the situation to him, and he said, that stinks. I was thought about cutting it down until he stopped in and told me that. And I thought, it does stink. I'm a United States citizen. And I put up an American flag and somebody cuts it down, and then the fire chief tells me he won't help me. I've got a pacemaker. If I get up in a lift and have a heart attack or possibly die because shaking around in a lift. Not only that, it costs $150, $200 for 10 minutes for a lift. Now this is where my situation is. I'm asking City Council to get the fire department to put up a rope. I've got the rope, I've got everything. All I got to do is run it through the cliff up to the top up there, and that's it. No problem. And what's the issue? They go and get cats out of trees and dogs out of cars and water and stuff, but yet they don't want to put up an American flag.
We can have the city manager check into that, Mr. Burns, and have him get in touch with you then on what we might be able to do. Okay?
Thank you.
Thank you. Appreciate you coming down this evening.
Thanks, everybody.
Thank you. All right, that's all the cards I have this evening. Ms. Skank, our consent agenda, please.
For your consideration this evening, we have the approval of the city council minutes from June 18th, 2019. Receive and file oaths of office for Nicholas Cundiff, Timothy Inglecay, Alexis Manning, Kelly Short, and Brett Vance. To confirm the personnel appointments at Angelica Champion to the position of part-time bus driver, Department of Administrative Services, and Maria Cara Venemeyer and Christopher Smith to the position of patrol officer, Department of Public Safety, Division of Police, and to receive and file the cemetery board minutes of April the 17th, 2019.
Okay, do we have a motion for the approval of the issues and actions listed on the consent agenda?
So moved.
Second. Okay, Ms. Skank, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Moon.
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan.
Yes.
Mayor Mulligan.
Yes.
Mr. Bohannon.
Yes.
Ms. Vettori.
Yes.
All right, we have one motion item for rock salt.
To request council to approve the purchase of highway rock salt from Compass Minerals America Incorporated of Overland Park, Kansas, in the amount of $81.15 per ton for the approximate usage of 4,500 tons over the 2019-2020 winter season.
Okay, do we have a motion to adopt?
So moved.
Second. Okay, Mr. Atkins?
Yes, Your Honor. Each year we bid out rock salt to the Southwest Ohio purchasers for government. This is the winning bid. that came out of that process. We are expecting to spend about $365,175 using the 4,500 tons at the 81.15 price. Our bins are full, and obviously the weather dictates. We've had years we've done almost nothing, and years we've had to come back and get another 100,000. So time will tell, but it's ready for your action tonight.
All right, thank you. Any questions, Mr. Atkins? All right, Ms. Kank, would you call the roll, please?
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
Mayor Mulligan?
Yes.
Ms. Vettori?
Yes.
Mr. Bohannon?
Yes.
Mr. Moon?
Yes.
All right, that brings us to council comments. Start with Mr. Mulligan this evening.
Thank you, Your Honor. First, I extend my thanks and appreciation to city staff and volunteers that were involved in the 4th of July weekend festivities. It started off with a celebration at Smith Park that involved fireworks and family-friendly activities, so I had the chance to attend that. It was very well executed and well done, so thank you to all involved, and also the volunteers that put together the 4th of July parade. We had some great weather for that and great participation, and really enjoyed that very much. And also the organizers of the All-American Weekend, also in downtown Middletown on the 4th and the 5th and the 6th. So, secondly, congratulations to Ms. Vettori and her husband, Kevin Kaminer, on the Indigo Pass. We now have a new lodging option in downtown Middletown, along with Cornerstone Manor. We really have some great options for downtown overnight guests. So I encourage Middletonians and their out-of-town family and friends to give that a look if they're looking for accommodations. So enjoy that ribbon cutting this morning. Thank you, Your Honor. That's all.
Thank you. Mr. Bohannon?
Nothing this evening, sir.
All right, Ms. Vettori?
I just want to thank those of you that came to the ribbon cutting today. It was really good fun, and I'm very proud of my husband in particular because he really put a lot of work into those hotel rooms. So I'm excited for downtown as always, and Middletown at large as we continue to add more amenities for our residents and visitors.
All right, thank you. Vice Mayor Moon?
Yes, thank you. I too want to congratulate Ms. Vittori and her husband on great work downtown. Another beautiful addition you've done, and thanks for your investment. I do want to remind everybody about the Ohio Challenge this weekend. Come out, and it's one of our signature events, and support that. I also wanted to mention that next weekend, I believe, is the rescheduled Multicultural Festival. So come down and check that out as well if you're in town. That's all I have.
All right, thank you. I just reiterate all those comments. I do look forward to a great weekend coming up here with the Balloon Fest. It's going to be nice and hot for us. Hopefully the weather stays clear enough and the wind calm enough so the balloons can get up. It's always a nice sight to see those around town. But I just, again, like to express my thanks to everyone. It was great to see Amy and Kevin's new venture. It's exciting. Glad that that's up and running, and looking forward to seeing many great things build upon that. It's good to have some of these foundations laid, and a lot of good stuff going on downtown and really throughout the city. So best of luck to everyone. And with that, we have no legislation this evening. Is that correct? That's correct. So our last item this evening is an executive session. So I need a motion under the authority of Ohio Revised Code 121.22G1 to consider the appointment, employment, dismissal, discipline, promotion, demotion, or compensation of a public employee or official, and under the authority of Ohio Revised Code 121.22G2 to consider the purchase of property for public purposes or for the sale of property. Competitive bidding if premature disclosure of information would give an unfair, competitive, or bargaining advantage. And lastly, under the authority of Ohio Revised Code 121.22G4, preparing for, conducting, or reviewing negotiations or bargaining sessions with public employees concerning their compensation or other terms and conditions of their employment.
So moved.
Second?
Okay, Ms. Skank, would you call the roll, please?
Mayor Mulligan?
Yes.
Ms. Vettori?
Yes.
Mr. Bohannon?
Yes.
Mr. Moon?
Yes.
Mr. Mulligan?
Yes.
All right, motion carries. Following our executive session, we'll be in recess till our first meeting in August, August 6th. Hard to believe we're cruising towards August. Thank you all. Have a good evening.
Thank you.